Was this a success for President Trump?
This is successful. Trump is showing that he can reconstruct the thing that he destroyed, right? He's taking apart the entire WTO trade framework, and he's trying to say...
He's taking apart the multilateral framework.
Absolutely. And he's saying, we're going to hit a bilateral approach, and this is his first so-called victory. And I think...
come on, is it a tweak?
Well, he's calling it a victory. I think it's probably taking, as you said earlier, TPP and putting it into Nafta or modernizing Nafta. And that's exactly what he should have been doing. But it shows that's easier to do when you have a small number of people negotiating. And that's the theme of this administration, to minimize the number of negotiators at the table.
Okay, Bill, but what does that mean for foreign policy? Does it mean that actually the president then also escalates down his fight with China? Is there anything that we can read between the lines, or is this a separate issue?
Oh, I think, Francine, this is a very important innovation in the sense that in the past we've had all these large negotiating bodies for trade, and that's really stalled things. And it's allowed minority governments like India to tank the latest round of GATT talks. What we're showing here is that if you minimize the number of people, players at the table negotiating, you actually can get action, and relatively fast action. Let's face it, this last round of putting Canada in was relatively quick.
Okay, how does it translate into then their dealings with China concretely?
Well, for China, right, the whole key to the next world trade framework is to arrange how it is that large economies will be trading with each other, U.S., China, and EU, right? So right now, the key is to bring China in to realize that terms of negotiation are going to be intellectual property protection and market access. Those are the terms to be negotiated, and yet those are yet to be brought to the table. And the tariff talk is a lot of noise, I think, to just stir people up and bring them to the table.